Hey everybody, it's Keegan here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and today I'm back with another vlog video. This is going to be vlog number 39, and today it is Sunday, February 18th, 2024, and the time right now is 4:27 p.m. And today's vlog is going to be another story time related vlog, much like my last vlog video that I did. And yeah, let's get right into it. So today's story actually took place over the course of a single school year, which took place between September 2010 to June 2011, and I would have been 9 years old at the time when this happened. And it's a school related one. But before we get into the main part of the story, I feel like I should provide some context for the story. So, I know I've said this in another vlog video that I did back in August. My family, well, I was born in a town called Fort McMurray, Alberta, which we went there in another vlog video that I did around that time. But in the summer of 2010, my family moved away from Fort McMurray and moved to a town called Corner Brook, Newfoundland, which I think I've said this in another video, but in the province of Newfoundland, that's where both of my parents were born and raised in. And in fact, most of my family lives in Newfoundland. So my family and I moved there and lived there from July 2010, and then we moved out of Newfoundland in June of 2012 for almost, well, we lived there for almost 2 years. And then we moved back to Alberta, but it's right next to Edmonton, which is where we've been living in for the past almost 12 years. But anyways, so during our stay in Newfoundland, my brother and I attended this really nice Catholic private school during the 2 years we lived in Newfoundland. I'm not going to say the name of the school for privacy reasons, but I will say it was a really nice school. Um, all the boys and girls had to wear uniforms. Well, everyone in the school had to wear uniforms, but occasionally we would have a casual day, but I think that was like a once a month or something. I can't really remember, but I think that's how it was. So all the girls would wear would wear a skirt and not a vest. Well, some of them wore vests, but they wore the it was like overalls or something with like the skirt or something. I don't know what it was called, something like that. And then some of the other girls would wear a skirt and a vest with a button-up shirt, and the boys just wore vests, ties, button-up shirts, and some gray dress pants. And all the boys and all the girls and all the teachers wore those kind of clothing every day, but occasionally had a casual day. And every day in the morning, we would go to the little chapel built inside the school to pray or something. And then we would start off our day. But on Fridays, we would go to the church across the street and have like a little, I don't know what you call it, like a little church going thingy or whatever it's called for like an hour. And then we would go back to school and just start the day from there. It was kind of an interesting experience, I will say. I won't really go into too much of the experience of the school, but maybe some other day or maybe a little bit in this video. But now we get to the main part of the story, my first year at the school. So, in the first year of attending this school, I was in the fourth grade and I was 9 years old at the time. And when I was going to school for the first, like on the first day of school, I'm sure a lot of you felt like this when you were the new kid in class. You feel like a stranger, you feel nervous, you're nervous like if people would like you or not. I'm sure we all felt that way as a kid. I know I did. So anyways, I was in my classroom and I sat down on the desk and waited for for the class to start. And I noticed something a little odd. I noticed that all the classmates I had were all girls and there was no other boy in sight. And I was the only boy in class. I'm like, surely there must be some guy. But nope. I was the only boy in the entire class, and it was like that for the whole year. And well, occasionally it wasn't always like that. Like there were a couple friends I had that I would hang out with at lunchtime or at recess. But during that whole school year, In grade 4, I was the only boy in the whole class. But occasionally, some of my other teachers were male, but it was mainly female teachers. I think I only had one or two, maybe three male teachers during that school year, but I can't remember. Wait. You know what's actually coming back to me now? I think my math teacher, my science teacher, my music teacher, and my gym teacher, I think they were all boys, or I think my gym teacher might have been a girl. I can't remember. But I know for a fact that my math teacher and science teacher and music teacher were all males. So, hold on a second. Sorry about that, but where was I? So, I didn't always have female teachers, but I had a few male teachers, but it was mostly females. But throughout the whole school year, I was the only boy in class. And I know what you're thinking. Were you a ladies' man or something? No. I was 9 years old at the time, so obviously dating was not a thing for me back then. And the whole idea of dating just wasn't wasn't in my mind like when I was younger back then. So, anyways, it was kind of awkward, I must say, being the only guy in the whole class during that school year. At first, I thought it was like a sign that the boys would be in a male class and then all the girls would be in a female class or something. I always thought that back in the day, but I don't know why it was. And to this day, at 22, I still don't know how I got placed in a classroom all full of girls. And, well, the whole school wasn't like that. It was just all the boys and girls were put in the same class together. But somehow, I was the only guy put in one class full of just girls. It was kind of weird. But as for the experience, back in the day when Justin Bieber was getting popular back in the day, like in the early 2010s, like when everyone was hating on him for no apparent reason, and he had the weird, kind of funny looking hairstyle that he had back in the day. And there was like two or three or maybe four girls in my class back in the day that were really big fans of Justin Bieber. They had like a little like stickers with like different words like Bieber fever or Bieber or whatever the hell it was, like Believer or something. I don't remember. But and some of the girls had like those Monster High dolls that they would bring in the class with each other. I personally didn't bring any toys with me to school back in the day. I didn't feel the need to. But yeah, there were some girls that brought some of their dolls with them. I remember they had some of those creepy Lala Loopsy dolls that looked like something out of the movie Coraline. You remember those? Those look like something out of the movie Coraline. Those look kind of weird, like with the all the dolls had like the buttons on their eyes. It reminded me of that movie. It was just like, what the fuck? But yeah, it was kind of weird. Like the main classroom I was in, all the walls were colored purple. Like at that point, I was convinced that this was like an all like a classroom for girls or something. But yeah, I was the only guy in the class. Like I don't know. But it wasn't all bad. All the girls were nice and they all treated me kindly because treat others how you want to be treated after all. Except there was one girl who did not like me and was just kind of giving me a hard time. But yeah, that was a long time ago. I'm sure she's matured like all of us did. Like we were all young back then. And I actually don't know if anyone from my classroom is actually watching this, but if you are watching this, hello. But who knows? Maybe someone from the past could be watching this, and you know. But it was an interesting experience being like the only guy in the whole classroom for a whole year. I'm sure something like that must have happened to somebody else, like somewhere. Like maybe you were a girl, like the only girl in a class for a whole year. Like, did you guys ever go through something like this? Like, let me know in the comments below. I really want to hear something like that. But it was pretty interesting to say the least. One funny thing that happened to me, one of the girls that was obsessed with Justin Bieber back in the day had like some stickers. They secretly put a sticker like on the back of my sweater because it was my uniform. But anyways, I didn't notice the sticker was on it till like later on in the day when I was going to the washroom and I was scratching my back, and then I felt the sticker on my back. I'm like, what the heck? And it said beaver fever on it. It was kind of funny. But yeah. And luckily, this was only only for an entire school year. That I would be the only guy in my whole class. The following year, there would be, while it was mostly girls, there were two other guys that were in the class, and then later there would be another guy that would join the class in the 5th grade. But before then, I was the only guy in the class for the 4th grade. But I did have a couple of male friends that I hung out with, mostly at lunch and in recess. But yeah, and by the time my family and I moved back to Alberta back in 2012, it would be the last time I would ever see any of the people in my school. Although there are a few that I still see. It was mostly friends and my brothers, but I haven't really seen anybody of my classmates since I moved. And sometimes to this day, I wonder what are they doing these days. Are they in like university? Are they working at a good job? Are any of them getting married or something? Like, you never know. Sometimes I think about some of the old classmates I had from not just the school that I attended, but from like high school and all these schools that I've attended over the years. I sometimes wonder what they're doing. And some of the ones, well, none of the ones at the private school that I attended I keep up with because I never had them on social media or anything, which is kind of sad. I kind of wonder what they're doing these days. But I guess it's how it is, I guess. I kind of losing my train of thought here, I guess. So, I guess that's about it for the story of how I was the only guy in class for an entire school year. And once again, comment below if you've ever experienced anything like this. I would like to hear about it in the comments below. But anyways, you guys, that's going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, as always, feel free to leave a like, comment below, subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, share the video with your friends, etc. You get the rest. But yeah, and there's going to be more vlog videos coming out soon and more Storytime related vlogs coming out soon, so stay tuned for more. But anyways, you guys, that's all I have to say. So until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out. Bye-bye.